Video games, one-liners, and driving monkeys. You're listening to Saturday Night at the Movies podcast.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
This shit is fucking crazy. I don't even know how a lion got into the neighborhood. I heard some growling and shit out in the yard. So my roommate and I, we go to check this shit out. I look up in the tree, and there's the fucking king of the jungle. I almost shit my fucking pants.
This is bullshit. It's like Cypress Hill concert in here. I don't rent to those kind of people.
So where's Alex? What, did he take the day off and die of old age?
At least I have my own bed.
Your bed is a car.
Yeah, but it's a fucking sweet car. My roommate said they were gonna get me rims for Christmas. Or a CB radio. I can talk to other car beds. That'll be hot. Might get a stereo, too. My sister said I should get an alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, prepare to be amazed, the sound of bedazzled and otherwise stupefied. Welcome to the Saturday Night at the Movies podcast. With me, as always, is my beautiful co-host, Kate Phoenix.
Hey.
My other beautiful co-host, Mr. Brian String.
Stop it.
and I am Daryl, also known as Mr. Meathook. Today we're going to be talking about the 2006 film that became an instant comedy classic, Grandma's Boy.
Woo!
Yay!
So what have you guys been up to?
Just another long week of work. Right? Seems like every day gets longer and longer.
Because it does.
It does.
Yep, pretty much. Not complaining about having a job.
No,
yes.
definitely not.
I'm still thankful to have the job.
Yes,
but
it doesn't mean I'm any it doesn't mean I'm any less tired.
Doesn't mean I hate it any less. I'm thankful for my hatred.
Well, Kate, you work from home now, but Daryl, are you wearing the masks that actually safety wise?
Yeah, we actually in our county we have to wear them to leave the house.
Oh, okay. See, here we aren't at that point yet. My company is enforcing that we wear them, but we have those really cheap surgical type masks, and it's really hurting my ears, and it's very hard to breathe in first. So I just went and bought my own. Sometime within the next week, I have one of those the sport masks that they'll wear for conditioning and everything.
Okay.
So, except it has a skull on the front.
Nice.
So
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, there was a bunch of different ones. Like they had a Bane one I was originally looking at. They had a Hannibal Lecter one.
My masks are in transit and have been. They were supposed to be here 2 days ago, or Saturday. And they were sent out on Friday. They were supposed to be here on Tuesday. That's what it was. And they finally made it to.
Oh, right. Well, that's better than most.
They moved out of one state and went to another.
Mine is just made out of a WrestleMania 36 t-shirt and rubber bands.
That fancy thing that you learned on the Facebooks.
That I learned on the interwebs.com.
Yes.
You said 36?
36, yeah.
The I wasn't there 36. Shirt.
What have you guys been watching besides Grandma's Boy?
I really don't have much because I have literally been working the entire time.
Right.
But I did sit down and watch Nightmare at Noon based on a recommendation of our good friend Christy at Nightmare Toys. And I loved it. It's pretty much an 80s version of The Crazies.
Okay.
So you can find it on Prime to watch.
Prime?
It's a very good action, sci-fi, horror type movie.
And you said it's called Nightmares at Noon?
Yeah, Nightmare at Noon.
Nightmare at Noon, okay.
Don't judge me for what I've been watching.
I don't judge people.
I'm a really big fan of cheesy, campy, mystery thing, murder mysteries.
Who isn't?
I know. So I have been watching. It's called Crossword Mysteries, and it's a Hallmark movie. Or there's 3 of them. And they're actually really fun. She does, I mean, completely illogical. She does crossword puzzles for a newspaper. And she ends up getting involved and starts to, dig into this murder case, which, kind of like Murder, She Wrote type of thing, where in real life, the cops would never allow her to be involved with any of it, but it's Hallmark. So,
right.
And I've really, really enjoyed them though. So that's been my guilty pleasure.
I feel like there was a show for those, or is that something else? Was that a different mystery show?
Yeah, Hallmark has this whole like mystery channel. It's pretty good. We were watching this other mystery BBC TV show, and now I cannot remember the name of it, and it's driving me crazy. But yeah, that one, the TV show, if I could remember the name of it, that one was really great too. But yeah, crossword mysteries. It cheesy, campy, everything you could ask for in a Hallmark movie.
I really love murder mysteries. Unless they give you everything like from the get go, then
yeah, and this doesn't. And actually, it has. Oh my goodness, Lacey Chabert, or however you pronounce her last name. So she is in this. It's been what she's doing now, Hallmark movies.
Well, not much else for her to do. So
I don't even know if I know who that is.
I think she's most known for her character in Mean Girls.
Yeah, she was in Mean Girls. She was in Lost in Space. She was on Party of Five.
Yeah, never seen Lost in Space or Party of Five, and I saw Mean Girls so long ago I don't really remember it.
She was in the Black Christmas remake.
Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it. Just, I guess, Google her. And
okay.
You'll know
I'll goggle her later.
Goggle her.
Yeah. She's making 3 more movies, though.
Are they all Hallmark movies?
Probably.
Yeah, they're all crossword mystery movies.
I mean, what's the joke that all Hallmark movies have the same story with the same 6 actors?
Pretty much. But just so everyone knows, too, I don't just watch Hallmark movies in my spare time. Like, I like other films as well. Like, I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, don't judge me for my Hallmark love. But I do watch a wide variety of film.
I watch a wide variety of horror films.
But do you like them all, Daryl?
Mostly.
Mostly?
I try not to watch ones I don't like Scream and stuff like that.
Wow, don't like Scream.
We're not getting on that.
I have an unbridled hatred for Scream.
Wow. That's I feel like that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Yes.
If we ever do Scream, that'll be the time for that conversation.
That conversation would probably be like 3 episodes in itself.
So I know what to pick for my next one. But the rule is you'd have to watch it, so I'd make you sit through it again.
I would watch it. For me, I've been watching. I've been binge watching Friday the 13th, the series.
Oh yeah, because they're all on Shudder.
Oh, are they? I don't know. I have the DVD set.
Yeah, Shudder put them all on because next month is the 40th for the original.
Right.
So they have 1 through 8.
No, I've been watching the TV show.
Oh, the TV show.
The TV show.
The show that has nothing to do with Friday the 13th at all.
It was supposed to. They did. Well, the thing about that show is they didn't even want to call it that, but the producers insisted on it.
Yeah. Well, I think they did it because Tales from the Dark Side was also going at the time, right?
Yes.
You also had Tales from the Crypt still on, I think, at that point. Freddy's Nightmares was still going.
Freddy's Nightmares actually came a little bit... Well, it came during the run of Friday the 13th, the series. Tales from the Crypt came during the run of Friday the 13th, the series, because Friday the 13th, the series started in like 88, and those other ones started in like 89 and 90. But originally, in the final episode, they were supposed to try to hunt down a cursed hockey mask to tie it all together.
Wow.
But that never happened because it got canceled. It got canceled mid-season.
Well, how many episodes are there for it? 'Cause it's a pretty big set, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
That's what she said.
There are, I want to say, about 80 episodes. It only went 3 seasons, but there was a lot of episodes per season. 72 episodes.
That's not bad.
No.
He said it was 4 seasons?
3.
3 seasons, so...
Yeah.
So what? That's like roughly 33 each season.
I think it was about 25 or so.
25, 26.
25, 26 for the first two, and then the third one was a little shorter because it got canceled.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Which I mean, now you can't do anything because of Friday the 13th.
Right.
So. It's funny, though, because I showed you that board game that is supposed to come out during the summer.
Right.
Sometime. I want to know how it got made. If you're not allowed to do anything licensing-wise, how did they slip through the cracks?
There was a certain period of time where they said, okay, anything that was started after this can't be made. Maybe it was started before that time period.
Well, I guess. I mean,
I wouldn't think a board game would take 2 or 3 years to throw together, but hey, whatever.
There's an Evil Dead one that took really long for it to actually come out.
Well, it's because it was waiting for funding.
Yeah.
I would say I thought they actually got it because I contributed to that one.
Yeah, it's out. It's so expensive to get, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a $80 board game after everything available. But I know there's a Shining board game at Target.
Really?
Yeah.
I may have to go to Target.
Yeah, I haven't even looked to see if ours had it, but it's definitely one I'd be interested in getting.
Oh, yeah.
You can just order it online, though, so then you don't have to face people.
This is true.
Yeah, but I'm a jerk, and I like to see people. I'm a jerk like that.
I'm like, stay away from me. Let me do my own thing.
I like to violate their social distance.
No, man, really. You go into Walmart or grocery stores, no one cares.
No. Here they're at Walmart. Here they're only allowing 5 people per 1,000 square feet of the store.
I don't think ours has done that yet.
Yeah, I think that's what ours is doing, but there's still so many people that go in.
Yeah.
There was a line outside Joann's for that where everybody was spaced 6 feet apart.
Oh, because they're buying materials to make
masks
and everything.
Which
fabric and elastic.
So I think it's cool that people are making them though. So it's helping the hospitals and stuff.
But yeah, I've been watching Friday the 13th the series, and then also I was watching. I'll go ahead and do my midnight movie madness, my spotlight on an indie film. It's one called Fatal Premonitions. I would say the budget on it's less than $1,000. I don't know. I can't find any actual information on that. But it's basically these people made several short films, and they made them into an anthology with an overarching story of this guy keeps having these premonitions, which they're not really premonitions. Like it's really cobbled together pretty poorly. Skip it. Skip it.
Wow.
But hey, if you want to check it out anyways, you can get it at Sub Rosa Studios for $10 right now at their social distancing sale.
I love all these social distancing sales. I feel like, I social distance from people by staying home in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they should just have those sales all year round.
I don't need a virus to stay home.
No, exactly.
I need to be awake to stay home.
Yep.
Part of me is glad that we have these sales because it saves time from the conventions, deciding, well, what do I want? Where it's just like, well, there's no conventions, so I'll take them all.
Saves time of having to go from table to table, bringing home 39 movies. What? No, that wasn't me.
Oh, yeah. I was like, who was the one that had a suitcase just full of movies?
That was me.
I understand that.
My carry-on was stuffed full of movies.
Hey, that's the way to do it because then they don't check the weight of the carry-on.
Yep.
I did that with books. I had a carry-on just filled with hardbound books.
Oh my God.
And it was super heavy, and I had a really hard time getting it in the overhead bin. However, they didn't weigh it because it was a carry-on.
Right. Who cares if it was 100 pounds?
Yeah, as long as it meets those dimensions, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was great.
I have a bunch of movies stacking up here that I got to start going through. I got more on the way.
Fortunately, I don't have any on the way, but I got about... Well, I have an app on my phone where I scan my movies and I put them in. It's like, it's just where you collect your shit. This one's called iCollect.
Yeah, is it a free one or you got to pay for it?
It's free up to a point, but then if you want more than a certain amount of titles, you have to pay a one-time fee. But for this, it's not just movies. It can be like anything. There's albums on there. There's action figures, vinyl figures, all kinds of stuff on there.
Oh, I may need to do that for
So,
Kirby's toys.
So anything that you collect, it's on there.
I may have to do that just for.
And I think the one-time
My collection.
lifetime fee was, I want to say $30, which is a little steep, but
Yeah, but for one time.
yeah, exactly. It's not a monthly membership or an annual membership. It's a one-time fee, and it doesn't just cover okay, like this has movies on it plus this, and it only covers movies. No, it covers the entire app.
I'm saying I'm gonna have to do that for my collection because I'm starting to go through as I'm buying stuff. Like, do I already have this?
So before I go through and anal retentively alphabetize my movies, I always scan them and put them in the app. That way, when I'm out buying movies, I'm like, "Fuck, do I own this? I think I might." And I refer to my app.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to let you know that it's not for Android. So
Oh, that sucks.
those of you that are excited about what he's talking about and have an Android phone, we are left out. But it says that it will happen this year. But it was supposed to happen last year over what I glanced at, and apparently it didn't happen. So they're saying this year.
Way to get everyone's hopes up.
I know.
And, so hey, if you're on iPhone, you can grab it now. If you're on Android, I guess keep an eye out.
Correct.
Keep an eye out. I'm sorry. I'm a dad. I'm sorry. I'm a dad. I make bad jokes. I'm sorry.
Quite amusing.
Not really.
I find them punny.
So what else is up with you guys besides watching a few movies and working?
Pretty much it right now. Staying away from this thing.
Yep.
Just going through reading, daily movie news. Nothing too exciting.
Yeah, I imagine there's not much right now other than more movies getting pushed back.
Yeah, I would say a lot of stuff is starting to get picked up now by streaming services.
I believe it, yeah.
So I know I just read My Spy, which is Dave Bautista's new family film, which looked hilarious, I gotta say. It was just announced it got picked up by Amazon, but they don't have a date yet because it was
price.
Well, it'd be per Prime, so it'd be streaming on it.
Okay.
So I know it was supposed to come out this weekend with Trolls, which Trolls will be on all the streaming sites and everything, which I love how all the commercials still say coming to theaters. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. I don't
Way
know
to get people's hopes up.
What theaters?
But yeah, so I saw that, and then I was reading about the new Batman movie because Matt Reeves was doing interviews for it.
Mm-hmm.
I still have my guard up just because it's Robert Pattinson as Batman, but
You mean Patman?
Patman, yes. So, but until I see actual footage, my guard is up. But essentially, they're saying it's an origin story without the origin story. So
that makes no sense.
That, I think he's actually a good actor. I think sometimes, he's known most for Twilight, but look at it. At the end of the day, he's guaranteed to bring in that money.
He is a very good actor. I'm not taking that away from him. I just don't know if he was the right choice for Batman. I get they're attempting to do year one, I guess.
Anything's better than Jared Leto as the Joker.
Fingers. Hey.
Hi. That movie.
You know what? Honestly, when they first cast Heath Ledger as the Joker, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
So, yeah. I'll go into it with an open mind.
Anything can happen. The Ford Mustang as the Batmobile is a little intriguing, but...
Okay, but when I first saw the Tumbler, I fucking hated that too.
Oh, the Tumbler is amazing, though.
Yeah, but when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck kind of bullshit Batmobile is this?
Nothing's as bad, though, as driving around the Batmobile in one of the Arkham, or the Batman video games. What one is that one? The Arkham, is it number 3?
The Arkham Knight?
Yes. Driving the Batmobile around in that? Terrible.
Yeah.
I only played Asylum and Origins. I'm sorry, Asylum and City is all I played.
Yeah, Arkham Knight, they decided it was a good idea that the Batmobile can drift.
Oh my God.
No.
And it made it so awful to control.
Oh my God, that sounds
horrible. And then Riddler's challenges.
They were impossible to do.
Yep.
Even the who was it? The Firefly, where you had to chase him down in the Batmobile and shoot him while in the Batmobile, was impossible to do.
I'm gonna say I did actually beat that game 100% though. It took me forever to get past the driving part of the Riddler's stuff, but I was proud to say 100%.
Video games are a beautiful thing.
It's true. I'm playing Animal Crossing now.
I have a bunch I haven't touched yet, but I'm getting there.
I've been playing Outer Worlds.
It's so good.
So good.
Absolutely.
It's everything you want in a Fallout game.
Yeah, it's Fallout in space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to go through and do Resident Evil 3.
It reminds me of, like, the art style reminds me of Borderlands.
Yeah, I can see that.
What is the studio that made it? Is it
Obsidian?
Obsidian, that's right. So they pretty much took whatever they did with BioWare and whatever they did with Bethesda, and they put that together and made it beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about doing the DLC stuff too. Well, it was supposed to come out, I think, this year, but
yeah,
we'll see how that goes.
They said first quarter, but first quarter's gone.
Yeah. So, Brian, if you haven't played it, you should.
You want Xbox or PlayStation?
Well, I'm on Xbox.
Xbox. It's part of the $15 package. I forget what the fuck it's called.
Yeah, but you want that physical copy.
Yeah, but if you don't know if you'd like it enough to spend the $60 on it.
True.
You can at least try it out before you buy it.
I'll check it out. Look at us talking video games already.
I know. It's hard to stay away. Animal Crossing is life right now.
Bunch of fucking nerds.
Nerds.
Get those nerds! Nerds! Nerds!
I really wish I was a video game tester like Alex.
Hey,
Sure,
video games do tie into the movie.
Yep. Pretty much. So, I mean, I think it's good that we're all fans of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, one person would be sitting here going, what the fuck are they going on and on and on about?
Exactly.
I thought this was about a movie. Why are they talking about video games?
This is the perfect episode to talk about video games because it ties into the movie anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So what was your guys' first console?
My first console?
Mm-hmm.
My first console was a Pong console because I'm old as fuck. But the first name brand one that I got was an Atari 2600. Because I'm old as fuck.
I had Sega.
Master System or Genesis?
Genesis.
I never owned a Genesis. I wanted to, but I remember the day that my dad pulled out the NES he had this room in the basement that had all of his collector stuff that we weren't allowed to go in. Mm-hmm. But the day that he brought out Duck Hunt and Mario Brothers, it was a glorious day. And then my mom sold it in a yard sale and didn't tell any of us.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. So, but someone took pity on us and gave us an SNES. So Donkey Kong Country. It's pretty amazing.
That was a great game. Graphically, that was a great game for that system.
Mm-hmm.
That game really pushed the limits of the hardware.
Yeah, dang mine cart driving.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Good. I had the Genesis. Then went to PlayStation, the original PlayStation. Then the GameCube. Then to the 360, and then I got the Xbox One right now.
Okay, you're gonna make me go over my whole history with video game systems.
Yeah, I have the those retro, the Super Nintendo systems.
Oh, the classic.
The 50 games in one system.
Okay, so I started with a Pong console, then Atari 2600, and at the same time we also had a television, and then NES, SNES. Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, Xbox One. And then I upgraded to an Xbox One X.
We have the One X now. I haven't used it for anything other than 4K.
Yeah, that's pretty much all.
That's it. No games have been played. I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely love Sony, and the PS4 I'm incredibly happy with, but the Switch is my life right now. But yeah, I remember the day though that we got my brother and I got a PS2 for Christmas one year, and my brother screamed like freaking out. He screamed like a little girl, so excited for the PS2, and we still have it on video somewhere. But I can remember getting that for Christmas, and he would not stop screaming because he was so excited.
I was like, what were some of your favorite games growing up?
Spyro. Spyro is my favorite.
Spyro is always great.
Oh, let's see.
And the Crash Bandicoots. And...
Yep. The remaster of Spyro is really good too, because you can actually go back to the original music and the original voices.
Yeah, we have the dual pack of the Crash and Spyro for the Xbox.
Okay, yeah.
I was all about Contra.
Contra.
Konami code for life.
There is, by the way, did you know that there is a child's remote control toy? It's Fisher Price, I think, that it's shaped like a controller, and you can do the Contra code in it, and it does this sound and says you win. And the only time it makes that specific noise is when you actually put the code in. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
that was made by gamers for gamers.
Yep.
Pretty much anybody I know that has a video game console, when they were having like a baby shower, I'd be like, here, you will thank me later when your kid wants to play the game with you.
As a kid, it was Contra. On the 64, I was all about GoldenEye.
GoldenEye was always fun.
Looking back, it's like graphically, it's actually pretty damn bad.
Well, yeah. Until someone remasters it, which I'm surprised they haven't.
Someone needs to.
I was the nerd, I guess. I was all about the Final Fantasies, and I loved Siphon Filter.
Oh, Siphon Filter was great.
For anyone that still has the original PlayStation and hasn't played the game, go play it. It's like a mature Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
And it's great.
That's the one with the freaking stun gun, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, I killed everybody with the stun gun. I didn't even use anything else.
Yeah. I was
just fucking stun them until they fried.
Stunning everyone.
Yeah.
Loved the Resident Evil games. Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis was fantastic. Silent Hill was why I bought a PlayStation to begin with.
I would say Silent Hill. If you had a party growing up and you had the PlayStation 2, it was always Tekken Tag, because they had that stupid bowling on a fighting game. Did you ever play that?
No.
I don't think I did either.
They had it to where you could do the normal fighting, but then there was like a bowling game on there, and you could choose any character. So I was always choosing like the Raptor with the boxing glove, and I'd be bowling with it.
I did forget to actually mention Kingdom Hearts was like that.
Kingdom Hearts is a great game.
Like it was more when I was a little bit older, but than when we first got the PS2. But that game, I was so addicted to. I would just play the game and watch the opening all over again. And we would go on YouTube and I've gone on YouTube and watched the beginning and the end so many times. The beginning for a while, my friend said I could quote, but that freaking game, that one was kind of disappointed in part 2. It's good, but not as good.
I didn't care much for this new one. The Kingdom Hearts
I haven't even beaten it. I have a Kingdom Hearts tattoo, and I still haven't beaten the third one because the first one, nothing will ever reach that. And the other side games that they brought out are terrible.
Never played a single second of Kingdom Hearts.
It's really good. The first one is really good. Has an amazing story.
Well, I haven't had. They're just on Nintendo consoles, right?
They were PlayStation.
They were Sony.
Oh, there's Sony. Okay, yeah.
Well, the
Kingdom
third one though they released on the Xbox and stuff.
And
okay. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Grandma's Boy.
Did either of you see it when it was in theaters? Because I did not experience it until video.
I have never seen a comedy in the theater.
Never?
What year? Never. What year did it come out?
2006.
2006.
Yeah. I was still living at home. There's no way that I would have been allowed to watch that movie. Oh, dear Cthulhu, no.
Yeah, no, I was working at the good old video store when VHSs were still popular.
Okay, Grandpa.
Yeah. No, I would say you're talking like laser discs and Betamax at that point.
Yeah, I remember both.
Yeah, I remember laser discs. I vaguely remember Beta.
I remember the VHS versus Beta war.
Yeah, VHS one.
A little bit.
I just remember VHS and then VCD, though. Grew up in a country where everything was VCD.
The bastard stepchild of DVDs.
Yeah. It's pretty much VHS put on a CD.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is. It's horrible.
Pretty much, yeah. There's no upgraded transfer.
No, and you have to have like Lord of the Rings had like freaking like 5 discs with it.
Okay, Laserdisc was kind of the same way. Laserdisc could only fit 45 minutes of data on one side of the disc. Unless you were like super rich and had one of the Laserdisc players that actually stopped and started reading the disc from the other side, you'd have to take it out, flip it over, and put it back in.
Yeah, VCD, you got to take that out. It all of a sudden stops, no warning. It's just done. And then you put it in the next disc. Because
I had Shawshank Redemption on Laserdisc, and that was 3 discs.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how many. Yeah. Especially now, you can hold how much on your phone now compared to then?
So, Brian, did you see it in the theater?
I did not. I saw it when it came out on video and DVD. I had known about it, but I just wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. And now, in hindsight, I kind of wish I would have saw theaters.
I'll be honest, the first time I saw the movie, I didn't get it. But I didn't get it, but also, to be fair, I was also baked as fuck.
I feel like
that should have made it easier for you.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing though. Like when I get high, all I do is eat everything I can find and then go to sleep. It doesn't enhance comedy or anything like that. Like nothing's funny. It's just I'm me. I'm just really hungry.
Getting those munchies.
Yep. I think I was just too busy with my face buried in a banana cream pie.
Can be taken in so many different directions.
The food. The food.
Yes.
The kind of pie that you would get at a bakery restaurant that sells pies.
My mind just automatically goes to the gutter straight there.
No, mine too. As soon as I said that, I was like, Kate's going to say something.
For those that have not seen the cult classic now, I can't even say cult classic. It's an instant classic.
It's an instant classic, yeah.
Grandma's Boy is about a 35-year-old video game tester who has to move in with his grandma and her 2 friends. Essentially, that's the entire movie.
That's the plot.
That's the plot. But it was done by Adam Sandler's production company. It's all of his friends.
Like all of the Happy Madison movies.
Yeah. Like at one point, I'm pretty sure this probably would have been for Adam. And he was like, yeah, this just doesn't work for me.
He's like, me and a stoner comedy? No, that doesn't work. No one's going to buy it.
Yeah. No. But, I mean, look at the, comedians that we have in here now. I mean, you had Jonah Hill, who was at the very start of his career.
I forgot how big he used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost so much weight.
Yeah, he's lost a ton of weight. Especially since I watched Grandma's Boy and then immediately followed it with 21 and 22 Jump Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, he lost so much weight. He lost like a whole Jonah Hill.
Yeah, pretty much. So you had him, you had Nick Schwartzen at the very start of his career.
Yeah. As a fucking 35-year-old man-child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a sweet car bed.
Have you ever thought about, though, like what he was doing with the doll, by the way?
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, no.
Because he was pretty deep into that turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balls deep.
And for those of you that haven't watched it, hopefully that makes it more intriguing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about the Lara Croft doll?
Yeah. It's actually a modified Barbie, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Barbie because they couldn't get the license for Lara Croft.
But somehow we're able to get a license for Barbie.
Yeah. Well, probably because they changed it. They don't actually say
Yeah, they
Barbie.
didn't get the license because it didn't say Mattel on it anywhere.
True.
And Barbie actually usually wears underwear.
Yeah, this doll was pretty risque.
Yeah. Titty hanging out.
Yeah, that's what I was like. What was he doing? Like, where? I want to see that side of the room. Like, we never got to see that side of the room. Like, why was it up there? Was it posed? Like, these are things that go through my mind.
What the hell else was on that wall?
Yes, exactly. You could see like when he was testing, but that was it.
So that's what Kate was more curious about, was what other positions were those dolls in?
Yeah. It's a need to know thing.
I appreciate the fact that while it's a stoner movie, you could have a fun time with it without being a stoner.
Right.
Like, I thought that was very fun. Like, yeah, I'm sure it's more enhanced in some way, but I think it's hilarious, without being stoned or drunk or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a good comedy.
Yeah.
It is. It's very rare.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I feel like there aren't a lot of good comedies anymore, and good comedies that aren't over 2 hours long.
Right. Like, this is one that you can watch repeatedly and not get bored.
And you love the main characters just as much as you love the random side characters.
I was like, do you guys have a favorite character in the movie?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I do.
It's Dante,
Daryl,
isn't it?
Dr. Shakaloo.
Dr. Shakaloo.
Brian, what's yours?
I was like, mine's definitely Dante.
I love JP.
You love JP.
Yes, because he's so creepy.
You were all about the robot voice, weren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna make this game, and it's gonna be the best thing that anyone has ever seen. Delusional thoughts from Fantasy Island. You'll never get metal legs. Samantha is fucking Alex. No, she's not.
Please sit on my face.
Yes. So great. And then when he's crying and there's this just snot and drool. Yes.
Love how
I love the actor that plays Dr. Shakaloo. Let me try to say. Who is it? His name is I'm sure I'm gonna butcher this, but his name is Abdullah Ngom.
Yeah, looking at the spelling, I mean, I would say that would be how you pronounce it, but I'm not sure. Oh, he makes an appearance in The Greasy Strangler.
Yeah, he's the Singhalese tourist.
Yeah.
The one that needs to know what the chips are made of.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, but what are these chips made from?
I was just thinking, like, I've seen it. I don't remember him though.
That's one movie that people disagree with me on whether it's good or not. But I suppose that could be a question for another day.
I totally get that. Like, I can see where The Greasy Strangler is either you absolutely love it or you fucking hate it.
It's too long. The joke went on too long.
I thought it wasn't long enough.
Nah.
I could have watched another 3 hours of that.
And it's crazy because it's actually the one time that you like something most people like, and I do not. Yeah, we swapped places there, but not to sidetrack. Sorry, guys, from discussing Grandma's Boy.
I can't believe you came on my mom.
So,
what a way to start a movie.
I'm just trying to comprehend how you like JP.
Because I don't know, there's something about him that, I mean, everybody hates him, but you love and to hate him at the same time, and sometimes they feel bad for his character. He's an idiot and doesn't understand why.
Like, you can tell he's lonely because he talks to himself. He'll do the robot voice and then talk to himself back normally.
Yeah.
Well, and those are things like I want to know, like, because I go like way into characters. I want to know like where his parents are. What's the rest of his house look like? Because he has, a weird bunker. Like, is that just a bunker in the backyard?
Yeah,
More than likely, he like lives with his parents. So where are they at?
Oh yeah, because they reference at the end where they're going to call his mom to pick him up.
Yeah. So where are his parents?
That's a good question.
I mean, I don't like the character JP, but I love Joel David Moore.
He's a great actor.
Yeah. Like once he wasn't on Bones anymore, I stopped watching Bones. I loved him in Hatchet.
Yeah, I was like, he was good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah,
I felt bad for him too because he survives the movie. You don't think he does, but he survives the movie, only to be killed immediately as soon as you see him in Hatchet 3.
Spoilers.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I
No,
assumed you'd seen
I'm
it.
joking. I've seen it.
Okay.
For other people.
For other people.
Well,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Now it's too late to announce it. So.
I mean, the movie's almost 10 years old. It's fuck it.
I was like, they haven't
Sure.
seen it by now.
It's not like we're talking about something that's in the theaters right now. I mean, not that
No,
anything's in the
yeah.
theater right now, but you know what I mean. It's not like it's something that came out yesterday that we're talking about. I think if we're talking about something 10 years old, we can spoil it.
Yeah, it is really the whole series is really good.
Yep.
So,
My personally, and a lot of people disagree with me on this. I think the weakest one is Hatchet 2.
I don't know which one I would say is the weakest.
I would say Victor Crowley.
That's what most people say. I thought there was that 45 minutes at the beginning of Hatchet 2. There's nothing but dialogue bored the shit out of me.
True. But I like them all. So I have a question.
Okay.
As well. Wearing what's his name? Mr. Cheezel. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, super crazy ridiculous. But then you look at his feet and he's wearing the socks with the sandals. And I hope you guys don't do this, but I want to know when that trend was started. Because it is a trend. It doesn't mean it's a good trend, but it's a trend.
I saw people doing that back in the 90s. People were wearing Birkenstocks with socks.
So awful.
I have no idea.
But again, I'm old as shit. If you wore Birkenstocks, you wore socks with them.
And that's like, what is the purpose of it? Does it protect your feet more? Why don't you just wear a full shoe? Are you just wanting like a little bit of air to your feet? Like what was the purpose of it?
I think it was to keep the Birkenstocks clean because they were $60 fucking shoes in 1993.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. Your socks are going to get dirty.
Yeah, that's okay. Socks wash.
And then
easier.
they get gray. Gross.
That's why you buy new socks.
But that's what... as soon as he's like in there, like doing his yoga stuff, all I could do was stare at his fucking feet with the sandals and the socks.
Well, I think that was a creative choice just to make his character even more ridiculous.
Oh yeah, because he is.
And
Like,
here's the worst part, though. I live in Southern California. I know people like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say every metaphor would be different for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, no offense to anyone that wears socks with sandals, but I want to just know why. Like, if you do it, just tell me why. I'm just curious.
No, it's fine to offend people that wear socks with sandals. They deserve it.
I was trying to be nice about it. I just legitimately want to know. So, but yeah, I liked his ridiculousness with that. But I kept staring at his fucking feet with his socks and sandals on.
Yeah,
Well,
it's awful.
There you go. So for those that do it, just leave a message on our Facebook or Instagram or something and tell us why you do it.
Yeah, because I want to know.
I mean, 2 out of the 3 of us won't judge you. It's okay.
It's funny, like earlier, when Kate said, "Don't judge me," and I said, "I don't judge people," but here I am judging people.
No, it's so true too.
I guess that's my limit.
It's socks with sandals.
Socks with sandals is my limit.
Understandable.
What are some of your favorite lines from this movie? Because there is a lot of them. We've been saying a bunch already.
Aside from the ones that I already said, my other favorite one would be, "I'm too big to drive to the devil's house."
When JP asks her to sit on his face, that was because it's such just the moment you're like, that's the thing you're going to say at that moment. Okay, then. But I can't do the robot voice, so.
I was saying Daryl did it earlier.
Yeah, I did it earlier.
Do it again.
I know.
Please sit on my face.
Yeah.
I know
So great.
Mr. Cheezel is just then like, oh, that's not nice.
It's not appropriate. Yeah.
I was like, we had Alex. My grandma drank all my pot.
Yeah.
Or when Dante asks Mr. Cheezel, "Where do you get your weed from?" "I get it from you, Dante." "All right, what's up, Mr. Cheezel?"
It's pretty great. The whole movie has so many freaking lines. Like, I wonder how much is actually on the Oracle about how many quotes there are in there.
I know I have the unrated on DVD, and I think there's even a line reel on there of stuff that didn't make it.
Oh, I'm sure there's so much.
Or outtakes or whatever.
I would love to see what I would love to see what else Nick Swardson was saying about his car bed.
Yeah, just let him keep going.
Yeah.
So many quotes. Like, if you go to the quotes on IMDb, there's so many.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, when Grandma Lily is playing the video game, and Alex is just like, "Oh, those are drug dealers. Just go ahead, kill them." She's like, "I hate violence, but drugs are bad."
Yeah. Or the I once gave Charlie Chaplin a hand job. Wow, was he silent?
Not when I was done with him.
Yeah, it's so great.
When he's in the room talking to everyone about it, answering questions, Jeff was just like, "This chick's pussy smelled like the Great Depression."
Yes, yeah. He's explaining it. Yeah, so for any of you that have watched the film, what are your guys's? Let us know too on the Facebooks or some sort of social medias.
Yeah, on the Insta webs or the facey spaces. And we do have a YouTube also, and this will be on there, so you can also leave it in the comments and on YouTube.
Want to know what's your favorite quote and who's your favorite character?
Yes.
Both of those. I want it. And the socks with sandals is a given. Just let me know.
And when was the first time you experienced the greatness that is Grandma's Boy?
Yeah.
For me, I want to say it was around 2007. I don't know for sure.
I would say it would have been around that time, probably when it came on video. So,
and then I didn't see it, and then I never saw it again until about 2 weeks ago.
So I think it was probably just a couple of years ago, because I'm still going through that whole thing. I wasn't allowed to watch anything. Yeah.
Right.
So you were deprived as a kid. We get it.
So I gotta catch up.
This is one of those instant classics. Definitely.
Yes.
For me, I put it up there with Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused, I saw in the theater. So I guess I have seen a comedy in the theater.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm old. Okay, I get it.
Wow.
Yes, okay. You want me to show you how fucking old I am? You know that movie Star Trek: The Motion Picture that came out in 1980? I saw it in the theater.
How old were you?
5.
I'd say I never guessed how old you were. I always think, actually I don't even think of age. Unless they're like older. Like
old as dirt.
Yeah.
So what would your rating on Grandma's Boy be?
Oh, I forgot. You come up with these like yours. Okay, I want to know yours first. I know it's not going to top it, so that's why I want to know yours first.
Okay. So I give Grandma's Boy 4 out of 5 bong bases.
I'm giving it a 4.5. Bong bases? Is that what you said?
You can call it whatever you want. It could be stars. I don't care.
I was going to say I give it a 5 out of 5 for the Antique Roadshow. Man, that right there, that movie, that part sold the movie for me.
I gotta touch on that. He buys the 3 of them tickets to Antiques Roadshow. Do you know how goddamn expensive Antiques Roadshow is to go to?
Yeah, I wanted to go.
It's like $500 a person.
It's really insane. I really want to go and take all of the stuff that's at my parents' house, all their furniture, because it's years and years and years. It's been in our family forever.
It's like $450, $500 per person, and you can only take 2 items with you to get appraised.
That's because it's so popular, man.
Yeah.
Do you think this movie will continue to find people as it grows?
I think so.
I mean, by comparison, theaters, it did 6.6 million.
Right.
Which I don't know what the budget was, but 6.6 normally isn't good.
6.6. I mean,
when it hit video,
I couldn't find the budget, but I would say it probably 1 or 2 million.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it had a huge budget.
No, something like this probably had like a $12 million budget.
Really? As a side note, while I'm editing this, the budget for the movie was $5 million.
Yeah. For a comedy, that's pretty low.
Wow. I guess I'm used to horror.
Yeah. But still, like, when it finally hit video, just as now, it's over $50 million
I believe that.
since coming on video. So
Right.
it's good that these movies do find second life outside of the theater.
Sorry, I missed all that because I was actually genuine and I wanted to know how much it was to get into Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, okay.
So actually, it's not even just the fact that you get a ticket. You get picked in a lottery of whether or not you get a ticket, essentially. Yeah, so on or about February 28, 2020, ticket winners will be selected in a random drawing. They lottery that shit.
Wow.
That's insane. So now we know how much it is to get into the Antiques Roadshow. It's just a lottery.
Yeah, but just, I know I've seen tickets for sale here. So maybe it's that much money just to get into the lottery.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It didn't say, but it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it's money going to PBS, so at least there's that.
It's true.
It's keeping
I mean,
public
'cause I
broadcasting
grew up-
alive.
Exactly. Grew up watching Arthur and Cyber Chase and Liberty's Kids.
And I imagine keeping 30 to 50 appraisers on staff at a convention can't be cheap.
Oh, no, not at all. But one day I want to go.
Because they're all running businesses themselves. And they're taking time away from their business, so they got to be compensated. I get it.
One day I'll make it, though. One day I will go, and I will take something with me to be appraised. And it'll be on TV. Will I probably be like 95? Yes. But it will happen.
Your great grandkids will be watching you.
No.
No?
So I'm not having kids.
I get it. I have kids. I love my kids, but like people that don't want kids, I get it.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
But-
it is. Parenting is a tough fucking job, and it's not for everybody.
I mean, I could just like tell it to every child I see. Just be like,
Yeah.
hey, kid.
I'm going to be on the Antiques Roadshow.
Pretty much. But then that would come off really creepy and probably won't do that. Way to leave off an awkward moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, hey, kitty, you want to go to an antique show?
Oh, man. Well, I think about, we even have all these antiques then because our generations aren't as thrilled about cabinets in China.
Yeah, they just toss shit.
Yeah.
They get their shit from IKEA.
Hey, don't judge me in my IKEA glass cases.
You know what? I am not judging people that get shop at IKEA. That place is fucking amazing. What other furniture store can you go there and literally spend hours and get lunch?
Yeah. With you get frozen meatballs.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, no, we don't have one here.
What the fuck?
Have you never been to an IKEA?
I've been to one. We just don't have
Okay.
one here.
Oh, okay.
No, I either have to go to Columbus or to Pittsburgh to go.
Oh, I get it.
Oh.
Like whenever I lived in Kansas City, they kept petitioning to get an IKEA there because the nearest one was in Minneapolis.
Wow.
I don't know if I think they finally got an IKEA out there, but I'm not positive. But yeah, you had to drive 500 miles to go to IKEA when I lived in Kansas City.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I drive about 45. 45 minutes.
It's about half hour, 45 minutes for me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's always in some like warehouse district somewhere.
Yep. And it's a fucking gigantic 2-story building.
Yep.
But
I like how we're
when
like,
you leave, you
go to
can buy lunch.
IKEA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to IKEA. Free marketing, IKEA. Free marketing.
Not right now though. No, go right now.
Yeah. No, stay inside.
I was there. Are they essential right now? I mean, they probably are because people need furniture
At all times.
I don't think furniture is essential. I don't think that's considered an essential business.
Well, I'm not going to sit my ass on the floor.
I'm saying that I don't think the governments would consider it an essential business.
Well, depending on where you're at, they might.
Especially when you can probably get a couch at Walmart.
That's true.
True. Well, some Walmarts are trying to stop selling of certain items like clothing, like stuff that people don't need.
Mhm.
I mean, people need clothes, but they're trying to stop some of that. I don't think they are here though. I think here where I'm at, they're just like, we're just going to leave it open. They close at 8. I know that, but
Yeah. I mean, mine's never been 24 hours anyways because none of them are out here. But yeah, they close at 8 here. They're open, I think, 8 to 8.
Mm-hmm. Yay, Walmart free marketing.
Yep. a place that I absolutely actually hate.
All
Yeah,
right.
pretty much.
Well, I guess then we'll move on to the hottie of the week moment. Sponsored by Walmart and IKEA.
Yeah. I wish.
I don't think it's any what's the word?
There's no question who it's going to be.
Yes,
it's obviously the milkmaid.
Yes. No, it's Linda Cardellini.
I know. I was kidding.
Come on.
I was kidding.
I mean, Jonah Hill did want some milk.
He tried really hard to get it. 13 hours straight.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there is no question. It's Linda Cardellini.
Yeah.
She is the only one that can make Velma hot. Actually, I take that back. That's
I've seen
wow.
That's not true.
I've seen
a lot of cosplayers have made Velma very hot.
Yep.
But yes, so week 2 champion goes to Linda Cardellini.
Yep.
And that sexy green top.
Woo.
Oh, when she's
just singing Salt and Pepper.
Yeah. I know, and then she wore it the next day, or with her jacket over too.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
All right, so what are we watching next week, Kate?
We are watching Bloody New Year, and I'm so excited for it.
And it will be a first-time watch for me.
I would say it's going to be a first-time watch for me. So
I'm really curious to know what you guys think. But I absolutely loved it the first time I watched it, and I get to watch it again. Love those excuses.
I mean, I don't have to have an excuse to watch a movie again, but it's always nice to have an excuse to do it.
Yeah. Because otherwise, the movie collection, though, there's always unwatched stuff. So I'm like, we got to watch something new.
I have so much unwatched stuff.
But
much.
This one, I'm definitely curious to see what, no offense, Brian, but curious to see what Daryl thinks of it.
What Daryl thinks of it.
Because Daryl hates everything.
Daryl
Pretty
hates
much.
everything.
All right, so next week we'll be watching that. Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That's what, 87? Is that a slasher movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is considered a slasher.
I'll probably like it then. I like most slashers.
I would say there has been one slasher movie that I have not liked. We will talk about next episode.
Sounds good. All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week when we talk about Bloody New Year.
Woo!
But don't judge me, monkey.